Hi everybody, it's me, Carrie, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Farmington Hills, Michigan, here today with a Stampin' video. I finally got around to playing with the Lakeside Retreat Paper Pumpkin. So cute. It's very Father's Day oriented, and I lost my father when I was 11. And my father-in-law is blind, so I don't make him cards very, probably ever, sadly. But because he can't appreciate them, and he knows that, so it's okay. Don't feel bad. And I don't make Father's Day cards for my husband, but I did think that some of these could definitely be turned masculine. Although I think when you talk about a masculine card, it can most certainly go for a female also. So I wanted you to see the stamp set. They're doing this new thing now where it is actually stamped on the directions. So if you're like me and you've saved those little inserts to go with the stamp sets, now you'll want to cut this out or something for however it is you're going to save your Paper Pumpkin stamp sets. So just an FYI on that. Y'all probably already know because I'm doing Paper Pumpkin pretty late. Love the Paper Pumpkin envelopes this month. They're so pretty. Absolutely could cut those into making some pretty cards backgrounds. But I just love them as envelopes. I mean, I do cut up envelopes often, but sometimes you just go, why do I not just have a pretty envelope? Why not? You know, if you used to shop at Hallmark, you would go, and when something had a pretty envelope and it was between a nice card and a nicer card, but the nice card had a pretty envelope, you probably went with the one that wasn't as astounding because you wanted the fancy envelope. Or maybe that's just me. I don't know. Okay, so there's that. I've got some of the stamps already pulled out here. I have a lot of pieces left over, and there's something very interesting about this stripe and the wood background. And I have to tell you, a few years ago, I was going to do a class on this, and I never did. Although I'm thinking if you guys are interested, I might figure out a way to turn this into a class that you can purchase. I made this fun set with, check this out. It was cards and envelopes. There's these envelopes, and then there was some with the stripe on the inside. So it's not exactly the same stripe, but the ones that I'm making are definitely going to go in here. And then there were little notebook size cards with this as their envelope, which is kind of an unusual envelope, really, when you think about it. But it was still, it went with, I think there was stamps or something too. So I cut it all up. I used some of the card bases to make the pockets because they were heavier, more heavy duty. Why am I having so much trouble today? I don't know. Anyway, let me know if you guys are interested in this, and maybe I can figure out a way for us to recreate this. I'm not sure how I would send it because the cover takes 2 pieces of 12 by 12 just because of its size. So you have to split it, as I recall. Yeah, there's a seam there. Look at how good I did that seam. I had to feel it. Are you impressed? Say you are, because I sure am. Anyway, this was fun, and I would be happy to maybe do a class on that, online class, which I know I'm not doing a lot of, so the fact that I'm actually thinking about that shows some improvement in my brain power, right? So I'm going to show you 2 cards that I'm going to make today, and I am replicating them. I have to think about what I'm doing. Hold on. Okay, that's the one I'm going to replicate. So I'll show you the other one. I made one as a Father's Day card. I know what I just said. About Father's Day cards, but I'm going to take, there are squares in here. So I'm going to take these 3 squares, and I'm going to need my scrub and my cleanser. And I am going to do 3 happy birthdays. And I'm going to do 2 in pumpkin pie, because I believe that's what that color is on those little flags. So I'm going to do 2 in pumpkin pie. And I don't know if you guys can see the shape on video, but sometimes it's hard to center these when they're in the square. But right now it appears that my lighting is helping, which is not always the case. Oh, I only wanted 2 of those. So let me clean this now, because I want 1 in Misty Moonlight, which is the color of the blue. So I don't know if you guys can tell what I'm doing, but it'll all make sense to you in a minute. So ink this one up in Misty Moonlight. Look at how bad. Can you guys see? Look at that. I rocked my stamp. Yeah. It is about to rain here while I'm taping this, and actually I think I ate the wrong thing for breakfast or something this morning. I had a dental appointment that was supposed to be going on at noon, and I had to cancel because my stomach was just so queasy, and I still don't feel great, but I do think it might have been my breakfast. I might have made it too greasy. We won't even get into what it is, because then my stomach will get upset and I won't want to do my cards. That's crazy, but true. Okay, so do I want to do any sequels on this? I don't know yet. So what I'm going to do is, this is the way the card goes, right? But I'm going to do that magical trick that we've all done, where you fold the card inside out and then fold back on itself. I love this plaid. Is anybody else here a plaid fan? I am just a big plaid fan. I recently ordered, finally, I'd been staring at them for, I'm not kidding you, a long time. And I finally broke down and I ordered some plaid washi tape. Has anybody else done that? Oh, I forgot to advertise. If you want to order anything from Stampin' Up! Or join PaperPumpkin, go to memoryinkers.com. That's my Stampin' Up! Website. I would greatly appreciate it. Phew! Almost forgot to advertise. That would have been terrible, right? You're all going like, no, I'm not that worried about your advertising, Carrie. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the one that I did in Misty Moonlight. That is like a stinking lot. So I'm going to, do you guys ever do this? Do you ever cheat and share the adhesive? So I'm going to put this one on the, why can't I think of the name of that? Pecan pie. And then the pecan pie ones on the Misty Moonlight flags. Let's see if I can have a little more self-control with this thing. It's a little better. It's not great. I know you guys are thinking, why aren't you spreading out that glue? I don't know. I don't feel good. Don't you hate upset stomachs? It's like, aren't you supposed to have an upset tummy when you're like 5? What's the deal? And then, oh, what did I do with my ribbon? Hold on. It's here. I know it's here. Hold on. Gonna pause. Okay, I'm back. I found it. I think this might be retired. Maybe not. This is Misty Moonlight and White 1 1/4 inch ribbon. And so I am going to use that. And it's going to go on here, so I just need some of it. I thought about doing bows, but decided that that would be too much on this small space. So I am going to use I am still using up, I had so much fast fuse. Remember when we had this? I love it. I love fast fuse. But I am going to use this up on the ribbon. I am making quite the mess, but it'll all come out all right. And then this is another reason to love plaid, because you can line it up, which is nice, right? And then, oops, that's a little bit crooked after I said that about lining it up. And then I'm just going to tuck it underneath. You could cut it off. It would probably be fine. And if you want to, you could seal this, but I like that it can do that. Okay. So now I'm going to adhere. Let's see. I am going to put some seagulls right here. Just one set right there. Okay, I'm going to close this until I get to my next card. All right. So I'm going to start with the center flag, and I'm going to use the liquid glue because I want to be able to adjust. And this time I am going to go ahead and use my silicone, spread it out a little bit. And let's see, let's find the center. Okay, one, two, here's the center. Okay. Perfection is overrated. And these are going to go a little bit crooked. When I did the other one, I did it center, and then when I put on the bottom one, it didn't look right. Didn't look centered to me, but I think it's just the way it is. But there we go. I don't think I put any bling on this. Now I have adhesive all over my table, but super simple and fun card. Let me show you the one I did for Father's Day. It's the exact same card, but I did Happy Father's Day, obviously. And then I did the fish. I'm thinking my son can maybe send this to his father because my ex-husband really did like to fish. So thought, well, he can send that to his father if he wants to. And they'll just love to know that I made it. No, I'm just kidding. We get along just fine, sort of, kind of, in a way. Anyway, so there's those two right there if you want to do a quick screenshot. And then we're going to make another one. And for that, I am going to need the bicycle. I love the bicycle. I have to tell you guys, this is so weird. I was working and I had popped out a bicycle and some other things, and then they sort of slid off my desk onto my lap. I still have not found the bicycle. Look at the size of this thing. I don't know. I have no clue where it slid off to. I have I don't know. No clue whatsoever. So I'm using almost everything in this. So here we go. So the only thing left on here is the fish and the piece of wood, which I will save and use later. Now, before the video, I decided, because the one that I'm copying, it's a little bit, this looked a little plain. So I ran this through the Birchwood 3D embossing folder, which may no longer be available, but I did run it through this way. Because because this is a fat one, it has to go in like that. And if I'd have put it through like this and folded it over, I would have had some funky little fold right here. So by doing it like that, I was able to put it through and still have it look fairly normal. Now, I thought I had another piece of the Misty Moonlight. I have this little one. But what did I do? What did I do? Hold on. You know what? I'm just going to go grab a piece of cardstock, Misty Moonlight, and that will work.